So in this one here, I think I'm gonna have two of these. Like one I'm talking about beforehand and afterwards, and I'm just gonna just like use different images. Like, am I delivering a message, or am I in a point where I'm doing something wrong and I should be reconsidering things of that nature? Um, yeah, so I'm gonna have two of these. And this one here, I just wanted to talk, like, I'll talk about the mistakes I've made in my life, just from a general standpoint. And I think that is important because sometimes I feel some aggression, like somebody's trying to incite some level of aggression in myself, which obviously in general I've learned not to act on. And I think that's fine overall because like I said before, things escalate. So for me, being a logical person, I think that I either get two options: either let things escalate or deal with the situation there and then. And I don't know what that is. Like fighting, from my point of view, I don't really see it as a valid point. And this is one of the things that I want to sort of explain. I don't want to. There's no place or point for this. It's just a thing that I thought about from a point of view of just like what's in my mind at present, and some of the things that I've expressed in relation to my understanding of time, mind, um, and the universal um, constants of things, right? So from that aggression, maybe it's just me accessing those thought patterns from when I was a child, from when I was younger, etc. And also just evaluating things that I've let slide that generally in my younger days I wouldn't have let slide because I didn't really care about that too much. Like, was I fake? I wouldn't particularly say so, but I say that my observation and perception of the world was a bit different. So some of it came off fake, but it's just that I had an adjusted method of thinking about things. Let's say that. So it made it so it's amazing, but I definitely wasn't. And some of the action that I undertook would have came from a particular place. But for me, like for example, like for like for example, when I say that so for example, when I say that that it can be quite difficult to put things into terminologies. So for example, right, I've learned that I can't undertake things, for example, without just reason. So, for example, being angry, I hardly get angry because the way my mind processes information, I understand myself, I understand individuals, and I understand situations. So I'm able to evaluate that kind of accordingly. And I've mentioned this before, like little things that I've had to do. I had to take opportunities, like getting angry, or something like that, because I don't generally get angry. Like I said this before. Like one time I was arguing with my girlfriend over the phone or whatever. I was arguing with someone over the phone at the time, and I took the ball and I dashed it off the wall, right? And then after the phone call, but just because I just wanted to feel what it'd be like to do that, because people say that they do that, and I don't do that, never done that. So to me, it was like, oh yeah, I wonder what that shit's like. So I took it and I dashed it on the wall, and then obviously it broke, but I still had to clean up the leftover mess. You see, if that makes any sense there. So that's and I felt stupid doing that because I didn't know why I just did that. I didn't know why I dashed that into the um wall there. So that's one thing. But obviously also like in general, I think that there's been situations. So I've said it before. Like I've been knocked out, right? Like I'm not afraid to be knocked out, to be badly beaten. Like that's not something I'm afraid of in terms of ego wise. Yeah, people can manipulate it, right? But for me, it's not about that, right? It's never been about that. It's about what it is that I'm trying to achieve, right? If it's anything, I'll probably come find you, you know, on your ones or something. Because again, like this is the thing that I'm trying to express, right? So one day I was in school and I'm walking, like not that I, because I'm thinking about logical situations in relation to protecting yourself, but that's beyond the point. But yeah, I wouldn't generally do those things in that particular uh, manner because there's logic relating to the end goal. What's the end goal? You know, when you're angry, you can't think about what's the means to these end. What's the justified end to these means? You know, you can't do that. So so I always take that concept. But yeah, I was walking in school, right, and then this guy walked past. Yeah, I don't know, he's arguing with his girlfriend or some shit like that, and I don't know what the fuck happened. Yeah, but he must have said something, or I must have looked at him and said, "Dude, calm down" or something like that. Yeah, and then he started chatting bare shit or whatever, and then he just got bare, started chatting bare shit. Then he came here, then he punched me, right? So this guy fully, he punched me. I looked at bro. It just says I walked away in it because I was like, bro, I ain't doing nothing here, fam. Because if I get caught fighting one more time, it's a wrap for me. I don't want to do that, and I didn't want to do that because I wasn't really understanding the benefits of whatever it is it was. I was given an influence as to how to feel about the things that I do, but it's not really who I was. In essence, and we won't really delve into that in this particular topic at present. Um, but yeah, man. So obviously we're swinging out. No, no, yeah, yes, yeah, no, sorry, sorry. So he punched me, cool, and then I just left it in it, right? Proceeded onwards, yeah. But the person I was with was just looking there, and I was like, proceeded onwards. I was just by myself. There wasn't really many people there, just like me and like probably like one other guy, And I let the brother know, like, yeah, man, I'm gonna run up on on this this dude. Now I wasn't sure how to play it out, right? Because the guy lived in a very Somalian centric area. Like I was like, after school, obviously, man's gonna deal with the situation in it. You know what I mean? So, like, I sort of just found out more information about what the guy does, where he was gonna be, etc. But obviously, I was like on site, I was like, bro, this guy just fucking violated, man, right? But I didn't really want to fight him in a sense, right? So, but then at the same time, I was like, nah, this guy's actively doing the thing in it, right? So I go, boom, right after school, boom, yeah, I find out about the thing, guys at after school club or whatever the case may be, and I was like, boom, cool, leave it be in it, yeah. And then I go like find out about what time this club thing's finishing, whatever the fucking thing that he was at, would it be detention? I don't know, whatever, right? So the guy had to do something, right? I'm sure somebody probably also did. Somebody know? I don't know. I don't know if anyone knew like trouble with him, But like I found the information. I used the information, right? So here's me here on the road with like walking from school, whatever, you know. And then I'm hiding behind a bush in it. You know what I mean? I was hiding behind a bush. I wasn't really like I didn't really wanna run up on the brother like I didn't want to beef it, but I just felt like I had to kind of thing. Like it was like one of those things, and I think that with that, the reason why I felt the need to do so was through prolonged aggravated mental anger, right? Because it would have been a better solution, but I chose that solution because yeah, because I chose that solution, yeah, because it was more urgent, it was quicker, and basically yeah. So obviously I'm hiding behind this bush, and boom, I didn't really want to. And then man was approached from like I wasn't really prepared for like in terms of like I should have done it different because there were two ways I could have done it, yeah, but I chose that way because I felt like that was a comfortable like place to be in it. And then obviously as the guy's coming past in there, I just run and I just run and like swing, yeah, to punch the guy. But boom, fam, I miss. Oh fuck, bro, that was a fucked up bit. Cause then as soon as I done that, because I wasn't really like aiming like that in it, yeah. Cause if I was aiming like that, yeah, then if I swing the guy and I caught him on the thing, he could have been knocked out, and at the same time as well, he might have been not knocked out. Like if I caught him on the jaw side, didn't it? But fam, it was not on the jaw side. It's kind of like a thing where like the guy ducked real quick because there was like a run up, and he wasn't directly next to the bush. He was like he was like the third guy out, right? And like obviously there was like a run up minute, like everybody like like they jump up, they get shook a bit, and then the guy realized like fam, King was like was trying to punch him and boom, bruh, guy ducked from and I missed and I, oh bruv. and I put all my force in it as well. I put all my force in that punch. Well, not entirely, because there was like there's a bit where like if I don't really want to fight, I can't do it. Like I can't fight. Like I won't be able to fight. Like there's a missing strength in me if I don't have justification to fight reasonably. I probably should have just turned the other cheek because he was angry beforehand. That would have been the wiser thing. But obviously, from my point of view, that justification wasn't really there. If some don't agree with me personally, it just feels fuzzy, just don't really work, and that strength ain't really there. Like the me that has to perform that justified action ain't there. You know? So yeah, man. So I missed that, fam. And then guy he just like realized quick what was going on, fam. Adrenaline, boom. And then he just bro, and then after that, from guy just started like laying into man kind of thing. I don't really know what happened, fam. But like one thing on a throat, like, cause when I missed, I went on the throat, and then like you kind of like just like kick man, fam. Bruv, bruv, defeat, fam. The fucking dude plays football as well. So it was like muscle kicking, fam. So it was man go kick on the face and that. Man go back up, like scrap for a bit. I don't know how, like scrap for a bit, a couple of times and that. And then like from then on, like it just sort of went a bit weird in that, And I can't remember how long we were fighting for as well, to be frankly honest. Like I had like a nosebleed as well. Plus, on that note, the guy was like 1 year younger than me, right? And then that was pretty much the situation. It's like we had these swingers, and then like obviously people like started to get sort of like involved in things. Like, oh yeah, if you want to do swingers, you have to do one on one. I'm like, oh fam, fuck this. Yeah, I don't want to like. I don't even know what this kid's about, fam. Like, like that wasn't really like what I was pretty much on, and someone had some keys or whatever, and like we had to do like that swingers or whatever, but it wasn't really working like that. And then that's pretty much all I pretty much remember in it, right? Because there was a couple people, because obviously when there's beef in those environments, you have people that try to act politician and that. You have people that try to act ref and that. And I wasn't really on it like that, man. And I think that's what that was. And I had like, yeah, I was definitely wearing my white jacket with the writing, with the white like tracksuit. It's definitely wearing that. Remember that because that shit had blood on it all over it, fam. Yeah, and I got like knocked out a bit. Had like had to sit it out for a bit. First time I ever had in a black eye. But like in essence, I felt like even though could I have knocked the guy out? I don't. I think it was variable, but he definitely had the upper hand. He had the higher level of energy. He had the better start. You know, guy's kind of muscly as well. But I don't really know what the guy's state of situation. But that's what pretty much what it was. But it was because I hit punch, man. But like I said, initially the punch wasn't really bearable. But yeah, and that was it. And then obviously, man scoped him out, and then I pretty much run up on him, and then that pretty much didn't start out well. And then the guy pretty much, yeah, knocked me out, man. He had his advantage. He looked pretty cool, like he took it as much advantage of it to get as much rep from it as he could, and he should have done that, which was the just thing, right? From my point of view, I'm not sure how I would have panned out, but obviously I just wanted the brother to know that man can't go about doing that because he's stressed that he's female or whatever. So that was the situation in essence. Um, yeah, man, but it was kind of semi embarrassing because obviously man had to go into school and that fam with like black eyes and shit. Man did the fucking English exam with a fucking like half a black eye and shit, fucking stressed and this, that and the other fam. Face was fluffy as well, bro. It was a fucking madness, man. It was a fucking madness. But it was YOLO though. It was definitely YOLO. No, no. Yeah. It was definitely YOLO though. So let's see. I think after that I think it just sort of deteriorated over time. Nothing ever really surmounted out of that. But definitely, I can't say that he definitely got the better of me on that one. But yeah, tend I wouldn't tend to be fine like that in general. Um. So yeah, so that was that pretty much. Uh. Yeah, man. I just didn't really want to be engaged in that particular. Didn't really want to be engaged in that particular manner. Yeah, so that's that. But obviously, if that was like logically, if I thought that I didn't have that anger process, because obviously, if I'm not like, why did I wait for him at the bush? Yeah, I could have run up on him like, you know, by one of the alleyways or something like that. I could have done something like that, or I could have I could have went and got a tool, came back later at night and that when he's been out or whatever the case may be. It would have been quite difficult because obviously at the time and how shit works with me. But like again, like I said, I'll do like some research or whatever, find out where the brother lives or something like that. Dangerous area, but I would have probably done something like that and then came to talk to him as an older in terms of like, bro, like why are you trying to start hype in school? Like man just walking past school, why are you trying to start hype and beef in school? You didn't have to do that because you're stressed with your girl, whatever. Sort that shit out. And I could have went with him with a tour and told him that look, bro, man's gonna use the thing, fam. If man needs to use the thing, fam, man will use the thing. So don't do them things because they don't want shit to get there. Be respectful, da 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 da. But I didn't really have the mindset yet. But I feel like that would have been a nice opportunity to solidify some type of teaching into the environment. But I think I was definitely missing that thing of being like, like be like, yeah, prof, like showing niggas a bit of like obviously cool, like this is where things have escalated to, right? I think fucking those fucking those night gloves. Those knife gloves and a shank. It's like I probably see that's the thing. I didn't have those things. I didn't have those shanks and things like that, and it was very difficult for me to get. So the only thing I could get, yeah, would probably be like fucking like some bottle or something, and I don't know, or Corey's fucking bolt cutters or some shit. There's tools scattered around the place. There's a couple golf clubs and stuff, but to me, that's not really like what it's about, isn't it? Like it's just like a thing of just making. Like I thought that would have been a better option for me personally. Because sometimes I think niggas just because who knows what could have happened. And this thing I keep telling people that when you're on road, yeah, it's very different, fam. It's very very different, fam. I got tons of shit that happened then that I can discuss in that, but that ain't really relevant right now. That ain't really relevant right now. And to me, it hurts me, fam, because I could have lost myself. Right? Forget all these fucking nonsense about spirits and people trying to influence you from a negative perspective or something like that and confuse your mind and your brain or whatever. But I could have totally lost myself to myself. That's why I don't trust a lot of things. Sometimes I'll talk about parents and inter-parent relationships later. I've got a video for that. Just like in yeah, just like in general, and also I'll make a video about friends and general influences in your reality that might take you on the wrong path, or even women that might confuse you, poison your mind, and lead you towards things. Because I've been in, I've done seen them, man. Or even from a female perspective, it could be men that might be making you like keep the drugs or something, or do something broke like that, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. But obviously, Manu, like I've got other stuff that did happen, but I didn't really discuss that too tough. But that was it, though. That's pretty much it. It was definitely an interesting experience. Definitely an interesting experience. Face was fattened up for a couple of days still. Like man, ain't gonna lie, man. Man, ain't gonna lie. But yeah, man. Pretty much it, really. Just gotta have that mind state to be like prevent escalations. Don't mind if you lose. Like I've learned things from that, right? I've learned things from that experience. Um, And it was cool as well. Like this, is what I'm saying, man. Schools for making mistakes, bro. Like right now, if I think about it, like I actually think that I enjoyed it. I actually like me speaking about it right now. I can be like, yeah, but that was a pretty dope ass shit, man. Like when I, cause you learn things and not just that, man. Just you see people as well. And when we're all older and we look at it, it's like, what the fuck? No, it's like we're all fucking possessed or something, man. It's like we're all fucking possessed or something, man. Good fucking times, bro. Good fucking times. But it's not over though, because now it just means that we're better able to. Well, it kind of things change, right? But then means like reality is not over. We be just in a better way to able to maneuver it and control it. But I'll get more into that at a different time. But yeah, man, I think the experience of life is a beautiful thing. The experience of living.